G'day guys, welcome back to Arthur's videos. Okay, this topic that I'm going to pick, a lot of guys say, man, I love your topics that you talk about. You know, you always got a good topic to talk and a subject to talk and all this. Yeah, but my missus thinks I'm full of shit, okay? So, I've been meaning to do this for a while since my last Midway video that I showed you. My R&D department goes, man, why don't you make a video on soundboards, you know, that go wrong with it? I say, yeah, man, I'm trying to do that, but I've got a repair job done for a Motal Kombat. So I said, all right, this is the opportunity to make a video. So what we've got in front here is, at the moment, hang on, I need to get a drink to get it going. I need to get a drink going so I can start talking crap, basically. Here, let me start with my yum cha today. Okay, there it is there. Cheers, guys. I've got to get it going some way or another. All right. What happens with these Midway boards? Okay, is a classic. All these Phillips capacitors are leaking out, and what happens when they leak out? There's a white residue, like a water residue, and the board smells like a bit of a fish, basically. So then what happens is the acid out of the capacitors start eating your tracker wire. Yeah, man, but it's still not original because you've replaced the capacitors. Dude, like I keep saying to you, you know, the shit's dying, you got to keep it going. So if you put a better quality capacitor in, like I keep saying to you guys, the board will keep playing. So here is my little capacitor kit that I got. These are all Rubicoms and that. I buy them from Element 14. I'm not promoting the guys. I'm not getting a sling, but you can see I'm using quality caps. Okay, you can use whatever you want, whatever your budget is, whatever. I don't do shortcuts. Okay, so you either do it properly or don't do it properly. So what I'm trying to explain, I've got this MBA. I'm not going to show you the game. We're talking about the soundboard. Now have a listen to this soundboard. Okay, what happens? You hear that? You hear the crackling and all this shit? That's the hear that? That's the caps causing it up, you know? Now it's gone up. Okay, that's the caps. Because I powered it all up. Now, I'll show you another one, another board, which hasn't got issues. Where is it? Here it is here. Okay, there's another NBA Jam. Yeah, I do have problems. Okay, this NBA Jam is still hasn't been changed, but the problem is this one still works for the moment. That other one, it's already spat its guts out. Okay, let's put the plug back in. Like I said, everyone enjoys my topics that I pick up and all this stuff, you know. But as I said, it's always hard to come up with one. So here we go. Have a listen to this guy. Oh, every time you power up a soundboard, it'll hear that ding. That means the soundboard is working, okay? It's communicating. So hang on, let me put a credit up. You hear how crispy the sound is?
Welcome to NBA Jam!
You know, these caps haven't leaked out yet. They've still got a bit of tolerance. You go, hey man, how do you know what your tolerances are? Remember one of my other videos? Let me turn it off. Remember one of my other videos that I was talking to you about how do I check out the caps and all this stuff? It's easy, all right? Here's that old faulty board. What I do is I got my SCR meter, okay? So you turn it on, and then what you do, put it in camera view. I'm trying to go from an angle this. You put it on top, and it sort of gives you an indication. See, he's in okay. These are 10 by 25 volts. It shows you how bad they are. So 10 is here. So let's go to another guy, okay? Hang on, he's not making contact. See, hang on. Okay, he's still okay. So you gotta search around. But what I do is you go, yeah, man, you're full of shit. They're all okay. Trust me. Here, I've got some over here that I've pulled out of the boards. Have a sticky note of this guy. Oh, let's see what he's doing. See he's under the red? He's close in there. You can sort of see it beeping. Here's another guy just pulling out. All these I just replaced on a Mortal Kombat 2 board. You see? They're sort of around the red area. You grab another one. Hang on. See? See what's this guy doing? Okay, here, see? See where he is? He's on 2 down the bottom. He's around here. And you go, yeah, man, that's the... All right, let's pull out the capacitor meter. Yeah, man, this is old. This is old as you. Trust me, man. The oldies are the better. So what you do, you get the cap, you put the lead on one end, lead on the other end, and see what it says? It says 6. It's supposed to be, put it in camera view, it's supposed to be 10. It's saying 6. Yeah, man, why don't you get another one? All right, I'll grab another one. All right, so I grab another one. What does this one say? 6.7. It's supposed to be 10. So they're all in the last X. But this guy here tells you if the impedance of the resistance in the cap is, it's fucked, basically, you know what I mean? So, mate, if one's gone, there's 11 on the board, just change them and move on with life, you know? Oh, yeah, man, what about the big electrolytics? Right, here we go, let's pull this guy out. Here's one here. What's this guy? This is 100. All right, so we get the cap out, put it on there, let's suss that out. We'll see what he says. Hang on, okay, 100. All right, what is it? 3.7. He's fucked. Okay, if you don't believe me, let's put him on the SCR meter. Hang on. Let's reset it. Okay, put it back on again. He's measuring nothing. He's measuring nothing. He's dead. You know what I mean? So you can sort of see it with the little lights on there. So it's dead. So let's move on from the NBAs to the Mortal Kombat. All right. Okay, let's get rid of these guys. Now, check this guy out. This one here is a Mortal Kombat. I got this from a friend of mine. I do have mates. And he goes, hey, man, can you have a look at these soundboards? I say, yeah, man, I've got a Mortal Kombat. Send me a soundboard over. Here's this soundboard. I've removed the heatsink. And you can see that I've changed all these caps. Because all these caps... and this guy's board, this one here, where is it? Have a look at the socket. If you can see camera view, the bloody, see how it's a dual wipe. Okay, the dual wipe it goes around. That's called a dual wipe. See, the bloody socket's disappeared. It's actually gone. It was part of the program here. It's gone. Okay, I had to replace. Have another look at this guy. Another one deteriorated. I don't know how. It just sort of deteriorated. So. One of his boards, okay, with this guy, let's go. Okay, we've powered him up. Okay, he's going through the sequence. Hang on, let's get rid of this thing out. It's on the power up boot up now, okay. Oh, I forgot to put, see, I've got a banana. I forgot to put the pot in. Where the hell's the pot? And by the way, they're a 50k pot. All right, he's in there now, the 50k pot's in. You have a listen to what's happened with this guy. Okay, listen to this. I'll turn the volume down because it's going to blow your eardrums. Okay, what happened with this guy here? Listen, I had to get my mate to replace the not Oki on this chip because what happened was I lent him out here's the Okies here. I put him, he goes, hey man, you can't put him in this type of, I had nowhere to put him. The Oki chip, I got him to replace it because I lent him my hot air gun unit because he was going to work on some bloody Prophet 5s, some Rollins, or a Yamaha. He needed, so I lent him to, because I don't use a hot air, I'm actually using, I'm a through hole man, you know, basically. A through hole is the chips that go through the board. Now, what I'm trying to explain to you with this guy here, what's wrong with this sound? He goes, yeah, man, I can hear the sound with the music going. Okay? You can hear the music. Hang on, turn it up a bit. Now have a listen to this. Hear it? You hear that Johnny Cage? It's cracking up. So, the music's good. This is the music. Sound. This is the sound, voice. Here they say with fight, it's not working. It's crackling. You can hear it's not working properly. Okay. So I thought it was the Oki chip because the Oki chip controls the sound. If I pull out my circuit diagram, okay, you man, you're putting the NBA jam. Forget about what it is. what happens is the Oki chip. I'm trying to get it into with my glasses here. What happens is the Oki chip is here. There's the Oki chip. So most of the audio is coming through into the Oki chip, and there's the 4 meg and the other 4 meg. So they're your programs. So what I'm going to do now, hang on, let me cruise over here. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to get my Crow. I'll try to get the book into view. And what I'm going to do is now, like I said to you, Oki, the program. So my problem now with this board is because it sounds like the boards, they're stuttering. They're trying to learn English or something. So what I've done is, see that 10 by 25? That cap's been changed. So I'm going to get my Crow now. I'm going to put it on the op amps, and I'm going to check, see if my signal has got a wave coming through all the way through all these op amps. It might be one of my op amps gates is shot, causing me that problem to make the voice sound like shit, basically. But the sound is good, but it's just the talk, because the Oki controls if you ever look at it, all your arcade boards that you got there, it's always got an Oki chip with a Yamaha chip. The Oki chip was designed for a lot of the games for the speeches, because I've had a couple of CPS ones that were gone, and a couple of, so why did you change that Oki chip? What made you change it? Because I had a problem with another one I was doing my head in, and I thought it was the op amp section, but it was actually the Oki causing me. So this time I started with the Oki, going back that way, but did I cop it in the arse this time? So I reckon it's the problems around here. So I've got to get the Crow out, and then and he goes, yeah man, what type of Crow you got? Some of me say that, people say I've got a 60 meg Tektronix. Okay, look, as I said, it's up to your budget, whatever you can afford and all that. But as I said, sometimes you need it to work out why the sound is on anything. Basically on sound, you can sort of see the wave. So yeah, so I'm going to work on this. So another one of his boards that I've got. Okay, same board. Here's another board of his. This one's totally dead. Okay, this one's totally dead. What happened with this guy? You can sort of see that I've replaced all your caps. Oh, also on this board is one of his EPROMs just shot. So I had to burn another EPROM. Yeah, okay. So that's what happened. And what happened again with this guy, this board here, because the caps have leaked out, like I said to you, and had that V smell, of the fish. Basically, you can sort of see I've changed all the caps. And you can see I've done all of it. He goes, yeah, man, you haven't changed that. That guy's okay. So what happened was his amplifier, because there's you remember, hang on, yeah, the amplifier, hang on, turn this guy. The amplifier, the side legs are broken off. So I've ordered it. They're going to come in soon, because it's the aluminium heatsink. It's where is that bloody board? Yeah. See the aluminium heatsink? Okay, what happens with that? It's got this this post, and then what happened was the board's thing, and I think it broke the 2 end legs because I had no audio. So if you want to know if your audio is working, sometimes you can rub your hand across the bottom of it with a bit of saliva, and you can have a drink and put it underneath, and it's going to make some static noise. If that's doing some static noise, and that means your amp's working, because your hand's got that residue of moisture, so it works. But this guy here, he was dead. Okay, so I started working with it. So I cleaned it all up for him. It was pretty shit as well because of that smell, and it's sort of a liquid. So as I said to you, keep an eye on it. So that's why the R&D department goes, hey man, talk about a video of a Midway board. I said, yeah, man, now here's the opportunity. So I'm doing a talk on this now. So moving along. Okay, here, he got another one. Yeah, man, this one here. He goes, what's that, man? This is a Mortal Kombat 2. And this one here had a masked ROMs. These are masked ROMs, and these are EPROMs. These are sort of production. They make it. It's cheap to make. An EPROM, you can erase it, reprogram, and erase and put open. What I've got a problem with this dude here is that the audio, when you turn it on, remember when you turn it on, you go bing, and then it says it's okay. This guy here, it doesn't do shit. Okay? And then after a while, it'll start working. So I've got another Mortal Kombat that some other workshop. He's got an arcade shop. He gave it to me to repair. So it's like you taking your car to a mechanic shop, and he just drives around to another mechanic to fix the car up. So I've got this Mortal Kombat 2 to repair for him. So I said, great, I could work with his board to fix my board. So you always need another board to help them make yours. So I've checked at the PLC. He's okay. The Gal chip, he's okay. So you always need another board to verify the main sequence. The rest is easy, basically. So I'm going to go work on this guy now with his one. I'm going to sort of work out why I'm not getting any signal from the ribbon cable, because your ribbon cable is the one communicating to the soundboard, basically. And this guy here is actually stereo. That other guy, the Mortal Kombat and the NBA Jam, aren't stereo. You can't get stereo out of one speaker, man, trust me. We have that in one of my other talks. So, back to your Midway boards and these caps, they are dying. These stupid Phillips caps, they are leaking like a fucking sieve, you know, basically. So, for the cost of what, 50 cents each they are, because I've got to order some more. Now I'll turn that guy off. The 50 cents each, invest in a decent SCR. As I said, you don't have to buy this one. Find some SCR meter, basically. Get a decent capacitor meter. This is a dedicated capacitor meter. You know, you could always, as I said to you, go with what your budget is. Don't be shy on working on something, basically. But it's always helpful to have another board to verify, basically. Like, as I said to you, I use my NBA Jam to put into this board to work out where my problems are, because all you got to do is change the Gal chip. So you got to change the Gal chip because they're different. You can sort of see this is a different number to this guy here. Or this stick is coming. Yeah, man, it's still the labels, mate. If you find a board with original label still on, you've done well, man. As I said to you, they don't last because the gum the gum dries up or whatever. It's fucking old age, basically, just like me. Like my missus says, I'm full of shit, you know. But as I said to you, you know, basically, you know, it's a 50k pot. Okay, I use to do the audio, but again, with this back to this Midway thing, as I said to you, they are going to die. So whoever's got one, keep an eye on it. Doesn't mean you're going to keep an eye. Slowly, they're going to die. It doesn't mean, like I showed you, I've got two that I've repaired. One's still got the original cap still on there, and it's still working okay. And I've got another one, the caps are gone. That's right, because if you have a good look at the circuitry, like I pointed out to you before, you know, you could sort of see there the cap is on there. See, it comes out, the signal comes out of the Oki chip. Put it to view. The Oki chip comes out, goes through the cap. The cap there is to filter noise, basically, of shit down the line. Then it goes into the op amps, and that's what the caps are for. So now with that other Mortal Kombat problem that I've got, I'm going to sit there now with the Crow. But this was an opportunity to shoot a video to show you what goes through it, basically. You know, there is a bit of time involved, but as I said, passion is love. You know, so you can't buy that. You know, as I said to you, like I said, it's always hard to come up with a topic to video, but I'm always picking up the corrosion. I saw my R&D division brought this up because he saw something on the YouTube thing about a guy calling it corrosion. A lot of these boards, see, I don't know, it's hard to sort of see. They're not nice and goldy colours, whatever. Okay, and then you see some which is sort of faded. Why they're faded? That's not corrosion. Corrosion is when you're getting, the track's getting eaten away by battery acid. That's corrosion. What's happening is that the flux in the lead has gone over time, and then what happens is it goes to that sort of a dark colour. So what I normally do is when I work on a board, I'll always put new solder on there, and then I'll get my heat gun. Like I said, I'll get my heat gun, put a new bit of solder on there, and then heat it up, because there's no flux left inside the inside the solder. So that's got that thing. It's not corrosion. Trust me, man. Corrosion. Have a look at that CPS2 scenario, and you'll see how bad the corrosion is on the tracks. Because then you got track rot and that. But this, as I said to you, there is no corrosion. This has been cleaned up because I use that special solution. It's called bourbon, and to clean them up. Basically, that's a joke. So I could see where the work is, basically, you know. I'll bring this guy out. But as I said, I can at least work now with where that the V-smell was around the board, you know. So as I said, you know, keep an eye on your stuff. And another thing, I'll keep saying to you guys, use the silica chips. Don't eat the crap. They're not pill popping. Put them in that way the boards don't get moistured. But bad capacitors do fade out. And here's another board that I want to pull out now. Yeah, have a look at this guy here. Wait a minute, what's that? Man, what's that? Okay, this is a Namco Classic Volume 1. See the scooper caps? They're the prune of like leaking out, basically. All these leak out. And once they leak out, they start eating the tracks. Okay? That's what you call track rot, you know what I mean? Or track rot, yeah. These scooper caps, they when they came out, they're the cancer of the arcade business and everything, PCs, whatever. They leak out again and have that V smell, you know, or that fish smell, you know, and that keep on. Pardon me. Oh, that was the Jamison coming back up. The smell comes. The smell. There's a lot of smell in this video. Keep an eye on your boards. Doesn't matter. I know, yeah, man, but it's not original. At least put some quality caps back in to keep your board going. This board here is dead. Okay, I've got a few of these Namco boards. They're all dying. They're all fucked. You know, I don't know what. You can't do anything. You know, so yep, they're fucked. You know, so yeah, I just want to explain to you. Yeah, like everyone says, you want to you can't keep them original. They're going to die. Keep an eye, as I said to you, on the even the laptops are dying on this shit. That's what happened with my mate with his when he does a lot of keyboard stuff and in the audio business, and he's finding a lot of that crap dying, especially in those Prophet 5s and the Rolands, the Yamahas and the Rhodes and the Wurlitzers, and the list goes on, basically. You know, so you've got to keep an eye on it. Always, if there is a battery on your board, one thing I can say is at least the cell batteries do not leak out compared to everything else. So it's not bad. At least you're not dying out on these batteries compared to the metal cage batteries. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. As I said, you know, always trying to come up with a topic. As I said, my missus thinks I'm full of shit, but it's a different story because she doesn't understand the passion and the love in this industry. So yeah, keep the love, enjoy games, pinballs and whatever, you know. As I said, thank you for watching again.